Last night on CNN, I watched a 20-minute interview between Anderson Cooper and Kendra Miller. Just days ago, this happened to Kendra Miller's family in Mexico.
Nita and 4 of my grandchildren are burnt and shot up.
Tonight, this charred, bullet-ridden SUV marks the massacre that a Mexican drug cartel unleashed on an American family. 3 women and at least 6 children, including twin infants, ambushed and shot in a remote mountainous area south of the U.S. border. These images show some of the survivors, including at least 5 children who were flown by helicopter to be treated for gunshot wounds in Tucson, Arizona. They somehow escaped the slaughter.
The oldest, who was 13, I believe, he hid them all under a bush on the side of the road, told him to stay, and he ran.
The victims, all part of a fundamentalist Mormon group that lived in the border region for decades. Victims' relatives say the group was traveling by caravan, picking up family members, preparing for an upcoming wedding. They were traveling in 3 separate SUVs, deep in narco territory and amid an ongoing cartel war. Mexican officials think the women's SUVs may have been mistaken by rival drug gangs. Relatives say at one point one of the mothers got out of her vehicle with her hands up to show they were families. The gunman shot her point blank in the chest.
Mexico has always been safe for us growing up. I always felt safe there. And just in the last few months, it's gotten a little scary.
At the end of this 20-minute interview, Kendra Miller made the most powerful Second Amendment statement I've heard on national television in years.
I don't know where you're standing on the whole people trying to take away the guns in America right now, but I say fight for those guns because these things are happening here in Mexico because the people can't protect themselves, because by law they're not allowed to own these guns. And so since the government isn't doing their job of protection in the way that they should, these cartels can just wreak havoc and the people are less defenseless. And so I say, hold on to your guns, people.
This statement wasn't powerful because of Kendra's eloquence or because she said it with so much passion. On the contrary, the statement was incredibly simple, and she delivered it with an understandable level of timidity considering it was CNN. Kendra's statement was so powerful because of the context of the statement. Kendra Miller just had 9 people in her family massacred in a country with extremely strict gun control laws. And when asked what she wants people in America to know and take away from all of this, she says,
I say, hold on to your guns, people.
Kendra Miller and her family live in Mexico. Mexico has every single gun control law that our current Democratic presidential candidates are begging for, and then some. In Mexico, you're only allowed to own 1 small caliber handgun after going through several months worth of paperwork. And then after that, you can't even carry it. It has to stay at your house. And there's only 1 gun store in the entire country where you can even buy a gun. Mexico's gun laws are American anti-gunners' wet dream. And still, with all of these gun control laws that our moronic political leaders keep telling us will keep us safe, they did nothing to keep Kendra's family safe. That is why Kendra Miller's statement was the most powerful statement in support of the Second Amendment I've heard on national television in years. We have over 300 million people in this country. Don't let our politicians lie to you. I don't care what alternate reality or dream they sell you. When it comes to keeping you safe from violence, the government is not your first line of defense. You are. The government and its laws can't protect you. It's literally impossible. At best, they can be your reinforcements. At worst, they're there to clean up the scene. So do you and your family a favor and listen to Kendra Williams.
I say, hold on to your guns, people.
Because I promise you, whether you do or don't, the criminals will. Right now, there's a culture war against the Second Amendment, which is why I need your help spreading our message to counter their message. You can do this by leaving a comment, sharing this video, and click the bell and subscribe button. Let my voice be your voice, and let them know you want to keep America tactical. Because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed wasn't a suggestion. It was a directive. Also, if you're wondering where to get your I will not comply, I lost all of my guns in a boating accident, the AR-15 is protected by the Second Amendment, and your state-specific Keep America Tactical shirts, click the links in the description section of this video.